I have certain interests. I'm interested in businesses that help foster meritocracy in some way. I'm also interested in businesses that allow people with a craft, whether it's a driver for Uber or whether it's a creative in Behance or whether it's anyone with a skill to connect directly with the people who want it, rather than have to go through the middlemen. And so those are things themes that I'm always interested in. I also have an obsession with design-centric businesses, and so questions that I ask are, do you outsource design or do you do it in-house? And are the founding members of your team, any of them designers? I'm trying to understand if they have like a design-led process, not only for building products, but also even for business planning and discussing values and the communities that they're a part of. So those are questions I ask. But honestly, a lot of it comes back to the entrepreneur. And I know a lot of people say this, but there have been some entrepreneurs that I've met that are just like really uncomfortable with feedback and like snap defensive, to anything that you share. And then others who are like, oh, that's such a good idea, I didn't think about it that way. Or if they disagree with you, it's like a great conversation that gives you insight into how someone thinks, and what their philosophy is for their business. And I'll tell you, like, the investments I've made where I probably would not have made, are ones where the team is, in most cases, they still haven't launched, and it just doesn't seem like the leadership team is responsive or is proactive in getting feedback, and when they get it, truly internalizing it. And at some point, you're like, it's just such a loss, because sometimes, ideas can be great, but if they're not led by people who are willing to do everything it takes, both for the company as well as their own personal work, to be more open to feedback and to be less insecure. And there's a lot of personal psychological work that any leader of a team has to do, especially as the team grows and as the stakes get higher, and those who are not open and respectful enough to develop as people, in my perspective, don't succeed. And certainly can't keep their team together long enough to iterate and pivot if they have to, and ultimately succeed, despite what the idea is.